If she goes over there right now and lays down, I would go over there and correct her back up to a sit and let her know that she's not supposed to be laying down. Right? Now, obviously, I'm not cruel. I wouldn't leave her in a sit for 2 hours. Yeah. But she has, like I said, more energy than all of us. So if she feels like she needs to lay down in the first couple minutes, right? Right? She knows. She's sniffing around trying to see what she can get away with, right? And then when I want to release her from that, free, good girl, right? Free works forever. Free, anything basically anything, any position she's in that you put her in, when you're ready to let her get out of that position, you have two choices. You either go over there and give her another command, so I could go right from a down to a heel or a sit to heel, whatever. Or if you just wanted her to be a dog for a few minutes or however long, free. Right? That's basically telling her you're turning off her obedience, essentially, right? Sit. Sit. Right? So just a little correction like that when she's not paying attention. And then if you wanted to go down, in the beginning, and just the way I would use the leash on a down in case she didn't do it, down. Right, if she doesn't go, down. Just use a little bit of leash. Good down, good girl. Right? So again, she doesn't need to stay, right? Because if I put her in a down, she's not supposed to get up until I tell her otherwise. Be able to walk around her. If I have a tennis ball or something like that I know she wants, she should still hold her down, even if I haven't told her she can go get it, right? Let's see if I got it.
Wow.
Yeah, right? So I put it through a little test like this. Yeah. Good girl. Good. She loves the ball, by the way. Freak. Good girl, go get it.
And the original, place when you had her, you can have her do that anywhere, or you
I use these cots. She likes the cot. She looks at the ball. So they work great. But any kind of dog bed that you have, when I'm out training, I use it almost as a fun thing for them. So if I'm out training in front of target, I tell her place, she'll jump up on those red balls in front of target, the big concrete ball.
Yeah. So you really like using that.
Well, I mean, look, I train in public a lot because I think when there's major distractions and dogs still realize they have to listen, they're going to be that much better when there's nothing going on, right? If she's overstimulated because she's at target and there's people everywhere, and she'll still sit or down or go on her place when all that's going on, she's certainly going to be solid in our normal environment, right? So if you train in a bubble, then as soon as they see something interesting, they're not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
So I train all the time at Target, in front of the supermarket, Walmart, places like that. Good place. All right, so I didn't tell her place right now, so theoretically she just went on there because she wanted to. So right now, if she got off, I wouldn't correct her back on there. If I issue the command and she messes up, then I would put her back on. She offered me the place right now, so I'll reinforce it with praise and tell her good place. But if she decides to wander over us right now while we're talking, it's okay because she chose to go in there anyway, right? Unless I actually physically tell her sit down, whatever, that's the only time I would enforce it with a leash correction or whatever, right? If she just offers me it, I will incorporate the word into my praise just to let her know that I'm happy she chose to do something. Because again, dog training is about repetition and imprinting, right? So to me, that's free training. If she chooses to go over there and get in the place, why not tell her good place, right?
Okay.
It's just basically it's low pressure, right? She chose to do it anyway. I didn't have to correct her for anything, and I'm using it as an opportunity to reinforce the word, right? Good girl, good place, good girl, good girl, right? So I didn't have to tell her free because I didn't put her on there. That's a good girl, good. But she loves her bed.
Okay.
I can send you home with one of those if you want.
I bought her a regular bed.
Yeah.
I
mean, you can use it. You can use it. You can use pretty much anything. I mean, even like, just for example, right? If I point her over to this treadmill, place. So now her boundary is that entire treadmill, right? She can go back and forth the whole length of that thing. She just shouldn't get off of it, right?
Okay.
Good place. Good.
And then when you want her...
See how she jumps, right? I don't think it'd be a problem getting her in that back seat.
Okay.
Yeah, just worry about jumping over the fence a little bit.
He was asking me about getting her in the bed. She's really not... You know what? I don't ever encourage... That's one thing I never encourage is fence jumping. Unless with my personal dogs, like doing protection, if I want them to apprehend over a fence, that's a different thing. But for most of the dogs I just train to sell, unless someone specifically tells me they want to do that, I don't encourage fence jumping because obviously you want to keep them in the yard, right? So, like in my subdivision, we have to have black aluminum. It's in the covenants.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to have anything higher than 4 feet. And she's never come out of there.
Okay, that's good. And if you want her to get her to come, what did you just say?
Well, look, again, you're going to want to probably, once she settles in, hone some of this stuff a little bit, either on your own or with some help. I always, when I'm training, I always, when I use my FREE command to release them, which is not really a command, it's kind of a non-command, but whenever I tell them FREE, when I'm in the training, early phases of training doing that, I always am super animated on the free command so that their default is almost to come to me anyway. Like if you notice, every time I've told her FRE, she's come over to me.
Yeah.
Right? She knows a formal come command, but for the most part, her default is when I release her to come check on me anyway, right? So if I tell her FRE right now, good girl, that's a good girl, right? So that just makes it low pressure, right? I've always made it super fun and gone to that higher voice tone or whatever when I've told her she doesn't have to do something anymore. And because of that, she wants to engage with me, right? But, you know, she has a formal come command. I would, you know, with that, obviously it's going to, you know, I would let her settle in with you guys for a couple weeks. Don't take her out in the middle of nowhere and have her off leash, right? Because she doesn't know you that well yet. But one of your big advantages to having a dog that's primarily herding breed in her background is once they know they're herd, they don't really want to go too far anywhere. You know, you get a lab, they'll be like, oh, what's over there? And they want, right?
Yeah.
Generally, herding breeds, once you guys are going to be her herd when she settles in, they don't want to be too far. She gets pissed off at me sometimes just when I leave her in the yard. I'm walking back in the garage or something. She's like wanting to get with me. Yeah.
Huh.
Like her default is to be with her people.
So will she walk with you without a leash?
I haven't done a whole lot of off leash with her yet.
Yeah.
I mean, she did pretty good, but again, that's a little more advanced. I mean, she knows the words. Like, I mean, if I tell her HEEL, and I just have this black over my head, and I turn, good, sit, good girl. So she doesn't really know I'm holding her right now. I've just got a slack leash. And then if I want to leave her behind, sit. I reinforce the sit command. Sit. So right there, I don't want to say it 5 times without coming back, so I come back, sit, give her a little correction. Good girl, good sit. You see how attentive she is, though? She's waiting for what I'm going to ask her next. Right?
Yeah. It's just the opposite of my dog.
Generally, you don't get St. Bernards for competitive obedience.
Competitive drool.
That's kind of, but again, so we're out here, right? You're saying, well, will she come, whatever? But there's a lot of distraction. There's people down there, whatever. There's an open gate. She's really not looking to try and get away. If anything, she's looking to get to me, right? Good girl. Good girl. Right? So, and again, we have a little bit of a rapport, so it's going to take you guys a couple weeks to get to that place. But she really doesn't. She's not looking to go anywhere. She's looking to go to her people more than anything else. Sit. Good sit. Good girl. Lots of praise when she does it right. A little bit of a negative when she doesn't respond right away. Again, you don't have to clean her clock. It's just reminding her she's supposed to be listening. Good sit.
She's supposed to be walking on the left side, right?
Yeah, we always teach on the left. Theoretically, if you're walking on against traffic, people shouldn't have to be worrying that she's darting out of the traffic. I can tell her DOWN, right? Yeah. Comfortable spot. Good down. take a whole lot of a correction to make her realize she messed up.
Yeah, she seems to want to learn.
She's a year-old dog. She'll be a year tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Attention span is her biggest enemy right now, right?
Mhm.
So she needs a little bit of a reminder here and there, especially when you're trying to do things without being overly compulsive about it. I want her to be a happy dog, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need to be like totally hammering her every time she does something wrong, but I also don't want her to be training me to ask her everything 5 times, right? So if she messes up, she gets a little bit of a negative, and then I repeat the command so she knows exactly what she's supposed to be doing. Hey, what do you eat? Good girl. But again, if I want to use a COME, I'll try and use her new name. I don't know if she knows yet. Bayliss, come. Good girl.
She seemed to figure it out.
She's really picking up on the come, right? Not the name.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
That's why I told you names.
Yeah.
To dogs, names.
Yeah.
Like I get dogs. I import dogs from Europe sometimes, and I can't even pronounce the name. I'm like, yeah, I'm changing the name. Yeah. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
You go back in here for a second.
Okay.
But she's gonna be a fun dog to just mess around with. Yeah, you know, if you guys go out and do stuff, and you know, like we got some places down here that are pretty dog friendly. I've never even tried this. Let's see. Hey, play. Come on, play. Up here. She thinks she's supposed to go in. Actually, if it's something they're not familiar with and it's wobbly and all that, I don't want to set them up to be worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I'll just show them one time, help them up a little bit. Right? They can realize I'm not sending her to a torture chamber when I do this, right?
Yeah.
And I pop her off and see if she'll do it the next time. Right? Right? It's all about trust. She doesn't. I never put her in a position where anything bad has happened to her. Right? So I show her one time. Right? Good girl, good place. Doesn't take them long to learn.
Yeah, that's impressive. Wow.
Good girl, good place. Good place. Good.
Oh, that's tempting.
Good girl.
Okay.
Right, so using little things like that you
Uh-huh.
know are driving her crazy is the best. Those are the best things to train with, right?